Welcome back to the 20-Minute Gamer channel, Marines. I'm your host, Nick, and we're jumping into another tactical breakdown. This is a good tactical breakdown, I think, because it really showcases a lot of things that can go wrong in the moment, all right? I absolutely 100% screw my team on this engagement, and I don't think that I actually do anything well. So let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, we have an onslaught that's coming. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about that. Onslaught's coming, and I'm not really following my own advice. I'm really just kind of trying to get my team out of here, okay? I just defeated the queen. I really was kind of hoping not to have an onslaught. I know that I was right on the cusp of it. But guess what? You got to bite that bullet sometimes, and it happens. I was not paying attention to my motion tracker, and I didn't see this runner that was coming. So this is the first thing that I do that is just the worst decision I could possibly make. Why? Can someone tell me why I decided to go ahead and drop a flamethrower right here? I don't have an answer for you. I have no good reason. This was the worst decision I could make. Why? I'll tell you why. I 100% have blocked my own access. I've blocked my way out of here. If I would not have dropped that flamer, I believe without a doubt I would have been able to make it to the elevator, and I never would have needed to actually have this engagement. Let's go ahead and spin on. All right, so we sped things up a little bit. I've got my team running. And I know where these Xenos are coming from. We have that information. Now, I don't know why I tried it. I really don't know why I tried it, because during an onslaught, no mission objectives can be complete, and you cannot leave on an elevator. You're stuck, all right? I still tried to get my team into the elevator. All that this did was cost me time. I wasted so much time. I could have set up 2 turrets, and I could have been better prepared for the Xenos that were coming, and I wasn't. I 100% screwed up here by trying to get on the elevator. All right, so the Xenos are kind of snaking their way through, and we have our first real Xenos that are gonna break through here. They are too tightly packed, and they are moving too quickly. This incinerator was a bad idea, not being paired up with a grenade launcher. The sweep was too slow, and these, from what it looks like, a lot of them look like runners. So I am not even carefully considering my demographic. These runners are just bursting through that wall of fire, okay? So they are absolutely making it through the wall of fire that I'm trying to create, just to create some sort of a barrier, all right? So in doing that as well, the other thing I think I did really bad is I probably should have backed my team up a little bit more still, or even ducked behind this barrier. I think that there's a way to kind of duck behind that. The guarded position may have helped them a little bit. I really don't know at this point. So once again, I wasn't paying attention to my motion tracker. The Xenos are bursting through the fire. They are doing damage to themselves, but I'm not prepared with a grenade launcher. I should have stayed on the position that I was on, and I should have just dropped the grenade launcher right into that doorway, paying attention to their movement. I didn't do that. So we got slammed to the ground by a warrior. The next thing I did was I wasn't prepared for the Xenos that were coming. So I have another Xeno that's coming through. He jukes. I've got another one coming through. The grenade launcher does go ahead and stun him, but it's another warrior, okay? So I finally check in. I finally, for the most part, check in on this battle, and I drop suppressive fire. I think this was probably the one thing that helped my team out more than anything. In the moment, I just wasn't thinking about dropping suppressive fire. That would have changed the dynamic of this battle for me without a doubt. So I finally go ahead and drop suppressive fire. Another warrior charges in. The Xenos are slowing down, and they're slowly coming to a crawl. Boom. Onslaught over. But my God, man, at what cost? At what cost? How could I have screwed that up anymore? A couple of things I definitely would have done differently in this situation is, man, Onslaughts. I think Onslaughts have the opportunity of pushing you into the worst mental situation, right? Especially when you have a team that is just burnt out. They just got done fighting a big boss, and you really don't want to have to deal with another fight. Don't get me wrong, I love the firefights in this game, but there are some times I just need to get my team back to the Otago. This is one of those situations where I felt like I just needed to get back to the Otago. Well, I dropped the ball. If I would have just paid attention to my surroundings, then I would have seen that runner. I never would have dropped a flamethrower. I would have just let my team walk into it. Runners aren't that big of a deal in a narrow hallway. My team should have very easily just chewed that thing up, okay? Shouldn't have been a problem. I then would have been able to make it to the elevator in the 20 seconds that was remaining, and I would have been able to get out of there. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the Onslaught building also prevents you from getting on the elevator, but that would have been 20 seconds that I would have actually been able to build defenses at this choke point. So, a lot of things I did wrong on here. Hey, I'm not perfect. Drop some comments down below. Let me know how bad I screwed up on this one. I can take it, man. I can take it. I take all the bad comments all day long. You have a good one, Marines. Stay safe. Nick out.